So, as grandmother Scan always said, young little Coryn, the quickest way to a man's heart is with a power saw. And anyway, that's how I met my girlfriend.
Hey, domestic abuser Coryn with another great one-liner.
I think it would be murder.
Nothing like a Cirque saw, now available 50% off. Buy all our Cirque saws from great brands such as.
You don't work at the pawn shop. You don't have to.
The
You don't have to shield them
The
anymore.
only saw that screams at you while you cut open someone.
You mean I don't have to try to sell the Cirque saws because nobody fucking buys Cirque saws unless they have batteries? Oh shit.
Yeah, no, you're okay. You've been released from that life now. The
thank
porn life has abandoned you. I should quantify that. I mean a pawn shop, and I say porn weird for anyone listening in America.
Also, yeah.
Manimal isn't a former porn star, or maybe he is. In all honesty, I couldn't 100% disqualify that fact. So it's the new knowledge. Lollage. I'm gonna start
talking. It's a new knowledge. It's it's one of those things.
Knowledge. I said lollage. I don't know. My tongue needs a wheelchair. But anyway, it's a terrible disposition to have if you're going to try to host a podcast.
Lollage is the philosophy of humor.
Oh yeah, as in lollage and lollyage.
Like you're studying.
Yeah, and you can find adverbs at lollies.
There you go. So, lollage.com proudly sponsors this episode. My name is... Oh, no, wait. We haven't introduced the show. Introduce the show, then introduce ourselves. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
We don't really need to introduce it. The title is right there. I'm staring at the title. It is Manga.
No, they need to know. They need to know. Otherwise, how will they know? You have to tell them. What if they can't? Yeah. What if they can't read?
I'm just here, like, I don't even know what show this is.
What show it is?
I didn't even know we were doing a podcast.
That's apologies. Oh yeah, well we're recording. We're doing a podcast now. Sorry, mate. I know you jumped on just for a casual chat, but you're now in the show. Everyone's invited. It's all good. Pull up a chair.
We roped you in.
It is the Manga Raiders. Sorry, it's okay. It's okay. I've seen your little green ring light up. That's not a euphemism.
No.
But it's the Manga Raiders Happy Hour, episode 183. My name is Vacant. Better known as Simon in some circles, better known as Vacant in others. To my virtual left, or just above me, I guess, if you're watching the video, is Coryn, who's got the little OK sign sort of looking avatar thing.
It's from a book.
Which is a hate symbol now.
It's not a hate symbol.
It's white power. So Coryn...
No, it's not white power.
Coryn, the... what would you call someone who attacks people with circular saws? Women in particular, I've heard.
An incel.
An incel.
Which I'm not.
Racist incel Coryn.
I'm not.
Only an incel would say I'm not an incel.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I have a girlfriend. I've had the sex.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll be shunned from that.
That means
you better not let them find out.
In cell animation. You're into cell animation.
I'm actually an anime cartoon, guys. I've been lying to you all, telling you I'm a real boy. I'm not. I'm a leftover from an old Hasbro.
I'm fucking sick and tired of people misrepresenting that. It just means you're in cell animation. You're into cell animation. That's so hard to know.
You're in the cell animation industry. Why do people? You get
that's what it means. I don't understand. Animation. It's really easy.
Yeah, shut down everybody.
Anyway, I'm Coryn.
Yeah, that's Coryn. He isn't racist or an incel. We're just, just putting it out there. And last but not least, we are joined the trifecta, the hat trick. He's above us. Bringle, better known as Manimal.
I'm here. You guys are here. We're all drinking H20.
Oh, rocking some H20 we are. I don't know what H20
I am.
We're rocking the 2-0 juice.
I don't know.
Have you guys ever realized that the solution to like places where there's not much water is to just release hydrogen in the air, because like there's already oxygen in the air? So if you just like went to, I don't know, Bangladesh and like put a bunch of hydrogen in the air, it would just create water, because like hydrogen plus 2 oxygen, 2 cups of oxygen, there's a lot of oxygen in the air. Just release hydrogen, you get 2 cups of oxygen. Rain, lots of water. It's the solution. I don't know why people don't know this.
Stupid Bangladeshis. No, ever
Yeah.
thought of 2 cups of oxygen? You haven't.
Have you guys ever realized all you need to do is just get a lot of hydrogen gas, and you already have the ingredients in the sky to create water?
I've always said.
Let's not discourage the people of Bangladesh.
I've always said lazy
awfully bad.
Bangladeshis are lazy and stupid.
Oh, that's a lot coming from you.
I was just here using that as an example. This
Yeah.
isn't a direct attack.
I am
It
now
could
using
literally
this as a platform to attack the great nation of Bangladesh. Now, I'm only joking. I love all people from Bangladesh.
It could be the entire city of New Orleans. I don't know.
Yeah, New Orleans, dumb people.
Anyway,
No, I love New Orleans. Is the first place I've visited in America and has a special home. And I've realised that I've put Proud Incels in the On Tap Today section at the bottom of the screen. That's gonna look bad, but never mind. We'll leave it there. Yeah.
out in cell animation. Oh.
Yeah, Incel animation, idiots. So if you don't get it, obviously you're not big-brained enough for us. But anyway, we are on a Manga Race Happy Hour. We are going to talk about some manga anime and all other good shit. So, without further ado, let's get into tips and dips. Tips and dips. Tips and dips.
I'll go last because I got a lot to say.
He's got a
Well,
lot.
that's the beauty of tips and dips is you can go anytime you fucking want.
Yeah, you throw shit in, man.
I like to like. Oh, okay, fine. I'll give you one tip. I'll give you just a little tip for now.
tip.
And then
Oh,
a tip, like you're finding my question boxes as you go along your quest. So I have a crazy job, and last time I was on, I talked about some stories. See, I feel like it describes. So I'll just talk about something that happened recently.
Okay.
We went to this place, and there was just a bunch of wops there, and it was classic. As soon as we walk in, we walk through the garden, and they're growing lettuce and zucchini and peppers and shit. It's pretty great. They got like the king wop from the old world. He's and they're all he's the one that's the actual Italian from like the old world.
It sounds
And
like a
he's
villain from Super Mario, like at the end of the level.
He's the king wop, yeah.
King Wop.
He has like the big gut, and all these guys are, they got their shirt tucked in and the belt and everything. And we walk in, and they got the espresso going, and they got various types of liquor on the counter. And we were tasked with taking some random shit out of here. So the guy in the bread oven, like, he said to go. He's like,
this sounds like my kind of house.
oh yeah. I mean, again, as soon as you walk in, the espresso maker is going, and they got like the little cups. The one guy's holding the cup. I unfortunately can't do it in the format of audio, but he was holding it like his fingers are around the rim.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. And
So was it one of them
walking
dainty little espresso cups then?
around. Yeah. And
Yeah,
the bread oven, the guy's like, oh, we made a lot of bread in this. But my one buddy commented, he's like, it looks like you ate a lot of bread. And
Got him.
we had to, in half. And of course there was a wine room, and then they ended up giving us a bottle of wine in the end. So it was pretty charming.
That was cool.
I want to meet these people. This sounds like my dream home. Bread,
To
wine,
me-
alcohol on the counter.
It's like they tried to be mafia guys back in the day, but they couldn't really pull it off. And then this is just their life right now.
That or they are just retired mafia guys.
Maybe.
Could be. I don't know. I'm not dissing. Like, whatever, guys.
I mean, I feel like that's it, right? That's what you want. If you get into the mafia, you're looking for the good things in life, right?
just
You
chilling.
just
I mean,
retire to a nice little town in British Columbia, wherever the hell you are.
clearly the province I'm in is British Columbia, naturally.
Clearly,
Anyway,
it's one of them big
like-
ones.
I mean, it is the biggest one. But what was I going to say?
Newfoundland.
Yes, it's Newfoundland.
Goddamn
Train of
goofy.
thought. So I don't know. That was just one of those things where it's maybe not an interesting story, but it was just like an amusing thing. Regardless, we did another garbage shed that we call the Mouse House, which is basically what it sounds like. So it's like it's in an apartment unit, and the garbage bags are, you open the door, they're stacked to the roof, and the maggots are everywhere. But this one has like mice, like, so they're not like rats like last time, and
Oh, that's
the only
bad.
problem is when you clean out the garbage, you eventually get to like the babies that are still like pink and squirming around.
Ugh.
You kind of gotta get rid of them, and yeah.
Oh
Ah,
no!
That's not
Did
good.
you let them?
And,
Did you just move them to the outside?
I didn't do anything personally, and this one smells the worst because it's made of wood, and the smell gets in there, and it's pretty charming. There's some gross things like the kitchen that had a bag of moose meat on the floor. Thanks, guys.
Fuck.
That was great. That smelled great. I was so proud. I was so happy with you guys that you just put it like there was a big freezer right there, and they had to put the moose meat on the floor so the blood gets everywhere and gets a little sticky, and there's flies and thanks, guys.
That
We
sounds
also
horrendous.
had to take a pool table out of the basement, and I don't know if you guys know what how a pool table is assembled, but let's just say it's heavy as fuck because there's 3 concrete slabs under the green part of the table.
What? Really?
And so when you rip the green part of a pool table off, it's just these 3 slates, and they're really heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy as
And
fuck. Pool table.
the screws are buried, so you got to get a rock hammer and smash the shit out of it just to actually unscrew it. Process like there's a lot of interesting stuff that goes on, but sometimes it's kind of hard to pinpoint exact specific things. So I'll go with that as a tip.
I mean, I guess we all learned something about pool table design. I mean, I always knew they were heavy motherfuckers. I just thought they used, like, I don't know, hardwoods.
I didn't know.
Because they do a lot of.
There's a stuff that I've learned from this job. It's nice because we get to destroy stuff and not have to worry about moving it nicely. So you get some fun smash and shit. When you smash a tube, like when you smash, like I smashed the tube TV screen with a hammer, and then it just kept cracking and making terrible sounds, and I thought it was going to explode, but it didn't. So good.
That's okay. It was like a scene from Pop Team Epic, the opening.
Oh yeah. There is a fridge. We took the door off, and as soon as me and my buddy went to move it, like all this like orange moldy stuff came out of the bottom, and there's a few times a week where we run into things that are just revoltingly disgusting, and this is not a job I ever thought I could do. It's much like my last job, it's not something I could have ever guessed myself to do, but I'm just kind of doing it, so that's cool.
Yeah, well, you're a better man than us to be able to go through all that.
Yeah, I just kind
of steel.
Do it. I don't know, but yeah, that's
I mean,
one.
that's how you get through those kind of heavy lifting jobs. You kind of just got to do it.
I just realized that I have fucking muscle. No arms anymore. Like I legitimately have.
Are you
muscle,
hench now?
Like,
yeah, because you were a scrawny boy before. So
I'm not ripped, but before I had muscle definition because my arms were so skinny. But now that there's actual muscle there, it's like holy shit.
There you go. Well, that's. I mean, if you're lifting heavy shit all day, that's going to do the trick for you.
We're gonna see him out on whatever the muscle beach is. Laguna? I don't know. The one from the movies where they're running down the pier all shirtless and.
What's the most famous muscle beach in British Columbia?
Man, it's fucking Goo Lagoon.
Or in Newfoundland. Sorry, I forgot where we were for a second. But
yeah, that's one thing I gotta say.
That's a tip. That's a tip from Manimal. Just a tip there. I've got a tip for you guys.
Do us that tip.
In fact, I've got 2. Here's one really quick. Dip for last week.
Oh, that's a mutation.
Dip for last week. We kind of realised just now, about 15 minutes ago, that we sort of forgot to do an episode last week. So sorry about that, everybody. But
we apologize. I was working a shit ton, so you can place that blame solely on me. The only reason we're doing this episode now is because I learned I didn't have to work over the weekend.
Yeah, he's busy boy. But I've got a little tip, and it's a little fun one. I find it amusing because WWE. We're going to talk about some wrestling for a second. Going through a bit of a change, bit of a shift around. They basically signed the deal with Fox Sports, and they're going to be on Fox now. SmackDown is, at least. So they've put a lot of money in. They're trying to reinvest things, trying to shape things up, because they're going to war with AEW as well, a rival startup company, and all this kind of stuff. So they've had a bit of a shake-up. And I want to put a picture on, and I'm going to introduce you all. So it's wrestling, serious business, obviously. You wouldn't have too much crossover traditionally with anime, but the new Raw commentator who's going to be on Raw on Monday nights every week is a guy named, well, his name was Brennan Williams. He is now called Dio Madden. Dio is
Dio Madden.
Yeah, Dio is a character from a pretty popular show. I think you probably all know JoJo.
We may have referenced it a couple times.
One or two. Let me introduce you to the man who is the latest commentator. I've put a picture of him in for you. That's him and his waifu. Interesting choice.
He's the new commentator?
He's going to be one of the new commentators. Him and another guy. And
His
Jerry the King
Twitter
Lawler.
handle is the Great Black Otaku.
Yep. I followed him for months. He's great. I can't wait for all of the references now. We're going to get anime references on Raw. I'm so happy.
See, now this is interesting because as like a side note to this, I was listening to the radio because there's a local radio channel here in Kansas City they're really big on doing like things local, right? Because a lot of radio stations these days just like ship out all their shows to like some dude in fucking Orlando.
Yeah,
and it plays across 1,000 national radio stations. But here, this station's all local, and they do a lot of like interviews with like K-State or Kansas City personalities.
Yeah,
where they're near or far. And one of them was they did this week was Rob Schamberger, who is the official WWE artist, and he's from Kansas City.
Oh, I never knew he was from Kansas. I've seen some of his work. I think. Oh no, I was going to say I think he'd done a T-shirt that I bought actually, but
he's done a really shit ton of T-shirts.
Yeah, he does a lot of cool portraits and stuff. He's a cool guy.
Which means I can only hope this will inspire some sort of weird weeb reference wrestle fight. Like, we're heading there. Like, we got the New Day, they're weebs. We got this guy coming on. There's surely other weebs in wrestling.
Well, this guy is a wrestler.
I want to see him do a full-on, like, cosplay art thing, because his art style is pretty good.
Yeah. He's, well, this guy is a wrestler. Like, Dio Madden is actually a wrestler, but he does commentating on the side. I guess that, well, you basically do what they tell you to do. But he can mix it up in the ring. Like I say, he's a former football player, NFL player. Well, I'm assuming he's in the NFL, I'm not sure. So he's not a small dude. But I just love that because they also, basically, when people's nameplates on Raw or on WWE shows, when their name will come up. So they'll always introduce commentators and they'll show you the name. And then underneath it will give you the Twitter handle of the person because they just do. So at some point on a wrestling program, it's going to come up and just say, Great Black Otaku. And that's going to be a top of the evening for me. I love that. But he's
that's wonderful.
Follow him, everybody. He's a funny dude. I like his stuff. One of his signature moves was just doing like a butt smash, like a kind of he'd run in jump and like butt smash people because he's thick. So that's just something I wanted to show you guys. Wanted to share that. That's a little tip from me there. Have you got a tip or anything, Coryn? I'm just gonna leave him on.
I'm gonna tip that I just had a kind of a really solid day yesterday. It was all rain. I read a bunch of Star Wars comics. They concluded like these dudes. I forget the name of the guy who was writing like this latest like overarching arc that's all like mini arcs, but his finished up with this latest like collection, and he was like the best writer they had so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first set was a bit mixed because I think they didn't really know what they're doing yet, but this one was pretty solid. I liked a lot of what he did, but now he sounds like he's gone, so hopefully they get someone good to replace him, and hopefully they replace their goddamn artist because ugh.
Is it not good art?
Ugly, very ugly comics sometimes.
Like everything's fine except for the faces where they went shockingly realistic.
Issue number of the last volume was, because I think 66 is the last issue that everything recent that I just haven't read up to.
It was like 60s. It was late 60s.
Okay,
so you probably somehow got ahead of me just because I have so much backlog.
So
yeah,
I've just put one up. Is it like this?
Yes, that's it. That's
it's gross.
Look, sometimes it's fine. Sometimes really it's fine. But then sometimes you get that.
I don't even know what the technique is to do that.
Sometimes it's like they just like zoomed in too much on whatever program they were using and just added too much detail or like traced movie stills. It's like there's no style to this. It just looks gross.
Like I couldn't honestly that's really jarring with the background as well.
Yeah.
Right. It's like it's mostly too. It's almost always on the people who existed. I really do think they're like taking like stills from other movies and just like
Yeah.
imposing them on the
Yeah.
faces to get them as close as possible. Because if you look at a
Like-
lot of the like make 'em up characters who are never like on screen, they look a lot better. Look a lot better.
Yeah, that's disturbing. That's weird. I'm not a fan of that at all.
So it's like this is not what I want to see.
Speaking of
Not-
Star Wars,
That's why I don't look at the art too much.
speaking of Star
But
Wars,
it was fun. I had a good time.
fair enough, fair enough. Well, as long as the story's good, that's the main thing. But apparently, I saw someone was passing around on Twitter that apparently a large part of the story for Episode 9 is leaked, and I really didn't know
Now-
if I wanted to see it, like read it or not.
I definitely have not looked anywhere near it. I tell you that much because
I don't give a
And
shit
it-
about the franchise anymore.
Yeah.
well, it's just why would you want to do that to yourself?
I don't know, because I was like, on the one hand, I'm kind of curious because with Game of Thrones, it was interesting to read the because the leaks came out for episode 4, 5, and 6, and I didn't read any of the leaks until episode 6, I believe. And like just going back and going, oh no, like that kind of thing. So it'd be kind of interesting to kind of read it and just see how that translates, because obviously it's unconfirmed, so you won't know until you physically see the film and how close it is, because you never know.
It also-
there's
I
90
find it-
leaks that aren't true.
I
you know?
want to know. Yeah, I would say I want to know if it's just all bullshit too, because like with the Star Wars film, I have to give it to the crew. They've put like a shit ton of effort into making sure nothing gets leaked on these.
Mhm.
Like a lot. There was a image that got out of the phones that the crew, like everyone on the crew, had to use while filming,
Mm.
and they're straight up old Nokias.
Yeah. Just so you
Like
can't
no
take pictures or
camera,
anything.
no
Yeah.
texting. Like they only call each other. Kind of nonsense. They're like really down tight on this.
Yeah, I suppose you would.
So
be.
if
The
something
money they're
leaked,
pumping
I almost
into it.
have to wonder if it might be like the original version of the script
Possibly.
before J.J. Abrams got back involved or something. Because
Mm.
they're putting so much effort and time and money to keeping things from leaking on this.
We'll see. Because I was wrestling with it. Because I was like, do I want to? Because if I do, and then I go into the film, and then because, like I say, don't get me wrong, I'm not super invested. Like I'm kind of with Manimal in this. I mean, I've never really. I enjoyed the movie.
I mean,
enjoyed the movies,
I always,
but
yeah, like I always love the classics and shit like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
just
yeah.
what they've done with it and oversaturating it has for me just been like, okay, I don't care.
yeah,
Right.
like it's not.
And like I'm with you where I still love Star Wars. I'm always gonna love Star Wars.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, no doubt.
I still really enjoy watching the new Star Wars, but that's because I'm not judging it on like I'm not judging it really. I'm just going, hey, it's Star Wars. I like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not going to get into it because what's the point in dissecting your favorite thing to death?
Yeah. There's an argument to it.
Point is to make my high-tech video essays
Damn,
for
in though, I
lots
really-
of views.
That's true.
Welcome to my deconstruction.
I do.
Those guys who
love-
make video essays have like the shittiest voices of all time, especially the British ones. They always sound
Hey,
like shit. They just have
hey,
like terrible. No,
hey.
you have a nice speaking voice, but a lot of these guys are like the really deep voiced British. I can't do the impression. And
there
like,
are
they
a
just, like-
few British ones. The closer look, I do watch some of his content, but his voice gets me, and that's not a jab at the guy. I have an annoying voice as well. So, but he puts on a very. And in this scene, you will see that they have elongated the lightsaber.
I hate
Incredible.
any video essay where it sounds like they're just reading off a script and
Yeah.
they're just like, this movie grossed a lot and was a big hit. That just like it's just like fuck off.
I love
All you
video
do is
essays.
hurt.
Like,
I don't know. Those people always remind me of just like those guys who are just like really into World War II, but mostly for the guns.
I love
It's
the
like,
guns.
dude, nobody gives a shit that
every
the Germans made the barrel slightly, like, half a centimeter shorter in this run of the guns. Shut up.
I just find a lot of the videos seem like they're just regurgitating like information that is like, especially when it seems like people are making videos based on what they've seen in longer video.
Yeah. I'm with you. Where they've heard an opinion, so they go with that one. Like,
and they don't actually have anything going on as a personality or a human being.
the ones, I mean, probably if you saw the last episode, if anyone did, and I was using my YouTube account, you probably saw that at the end of every like PV that we had for the summer season, there's about 18 like EFAPs that are linked to it. EFAP is done by a few people who do like the long form video essays. So like Mauler, like I'm a fan of the YouTube creator Mauler. He does really interesting videos. He did like a 7.5 hour breakdown of like Force Awakens or Last Jedi or both. I think like they each had like a separate thing. It's fucking insane. Like his he did a 2-hour breakdown and review of episode 5 of Game of Thrones. Like it was twice the length of the episode. But the points he raises are really interesting, and the reason it's that long is because he's fully explaining the point or the impact that whatever has or why it's a good or bad decision. So I really enjoy those ones when they have something to say. But you're correct in that they're, you know, the Quentin reviews, those kind of people who it's a dime a dozen, where it just like they have no
I hate all these channels.
Yeah, they have like
Sometimes there's good stuff to put on as background noise, that's for
Mm.
sure. But when there's no personality, when it's just like some boring person, it's like this is dumb.
or it's like
And
they
especially
have, like you say, they don't have a valid point or criticism or even a praise. Like if they're praising someone,
or even any solid viewpoint. And a lot of the ones who just do videos on like YouTube drama are just like random guys like, oh, I can't believe this. Oh, bro.
yeah, and it's like, are you not going to make it funny? Like, yeah, I'm watching.
This is a random tangent, but it's something that I am oddly passionate about, it seems.
No, I would love to talk about YouTube, like what we watch and what we see more. I mean, granted, people could accuse us of being lazy because, you know, we fair enough, they're actually going out there and putting the videos out, you know, and I'm sure it takes a lot of effort and time.
You could just look at my Roblox Let's Plays that I've done. And actually, I privatized all those, and
Have you?
I redid my channel. So if you go, maybe you could put a link to my Captain Skyhawk on the NES long play. It's 30 minutes long. I'm just playing the game and talking. So Cantala Captain Skyhawk long play.
Cantala Scaptin. Cantala Scaptin.
I like to talk. I think you guys can tell. And yeah.
Okay, I've just Googled Cantala.
There is a lot of Captain Skyhawk videos.
A lot of them are
Jesus. Okay, so I was speaking of EFAP. They do a podcast. It's basically their like live stream podcast where a bunch of these video essayists do it. So I was watching them at about 7 p.m. my time. They're still going. It's still live. It's still on. They must be 7 hours deep.
a lot to talk about.
Yeah, they'll literally the main thing they'll do is they'll pull up a video. So this one they're looking at Quentin reviews. Is The Last Jedi that bad? And they will go like fucking 4 hours to watch like a 10-minute video or a 20-minute video. It's insane how they do
I mean,
it.
I guess it depends what you're doing. Because, like, back in the day, I really had a good time watching the, what was the guy on the Red Letter Media who did the
Brian
reviews?
Plinkett. Well, Plinkett reviews.
The Plinkett review of the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Those were really good back in the day. He brought up a lot of valid points.
Yeah.
A lot of points I didn't like, but he was also funny.
Yeah. No, they're great. Like those, I love watching them, the EFAP ones, because the videos they choose, I suppose they deliberately choose these ones. But it's the ones where, as you were just saying, Manimal, where they haven't really got a point, the people, but they sort of reel off things, and because they're doing it quick fire, you don't really catch it because they're on to the next point before they fully flesh something out, even if it didn't make any sense. Whereas these guys will pause the video and really deconstruct what the person said.
I've myself have been thinking about making videos like this. Like I wanted to make a video essay about Bish, but I don't want to make one where I just talk about the history of the group or something stupid. I just kind of want to talk about the group for like
Well,
30 minutes.
Yeah, you could do that. You can do whatever the fuck you
The only
want. To
thing
be
is,
honest, like
I can't. Who's better at forming things by instead of typing? So
Yeah.
when I can't really type something out, but I can express it with my voice a lot better than anything.
Yeah.
So, but when that happens, it starts being, all over the place with no real flow. So that's the only problem.
Just try bullet pointing. Maybe bullet point what you want to do when you want to hit and when you kind of run out of steam, because you can just chop up the video and edit it and make it look a bit.
The
tighter.
world needs video essay on Bish.
We need more video essays on idols and.
I mean,
J-rock.
I think you could really corner the market on video essays about Japanese pop groups.
Especially niche ones like Bish. There's not like a lot of like Westerners making. The only kind of Bish videos you get from Westerners are reaction videos. Really,
I hate reaction videos. Can I just?
No, I do too.
Hate reaction videos.
Yeah, they are the lowest form of internet product.
Yeah, they are.
I could make a great video essay about Kiss and AC/DC, like these bands that I have an extremely good understanding and knowledge of.
Mm-hmm. They add
Shit.
nothing. Reactions. Okay, this is my biggest pet peeve. The thing I hate most on all of YouTube, and I don't know who did this, and whoever did this, deserves to go to hell. All right, maybe not hell, but this person deserves to have some form of frustration happen to them. It is where, do you know anime YouTubers do the very popular thing where they'll just react to an entire episode, but you can't see the episode, so it's just their dumb face going, no way.
Oh god.
No.
Holy shit. No.
Was that Sasuke? Was that Sasuke? Sasuke can't do that. That kind of thing for 24 minutes. Or, what is that? Bro, what is that? What the hell? What the hell is that? So it's one of them. But it's not just one. They decided to splice 10 to 12 of these reactions, put them in one video on one screen, so you're watching the reaction of 8 to 12 people with the audio just overlaid on top of each other. It is like, if I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I wouldn't wish that on fucking Hitler or someone,
I mean, maybe Hitler.
Maybe Hitler deserves an hour of this. Okay, fair enough, because he did some bad things. Sorry, 4chan or
you're a bad boy.
Bad boy. I sent you to anime reactions.
To watch or reactions to fucking
anime reaction mashup. Here we go. Okay, so the channel is called
The worst ones would be for like Hero Academia or some like casual anime like that.
Oh my god, okay, even worse, right? This one that I'm watching right now, they are reacting to Demon Slayer episode. They have the episode up, but 3/4 of the frame are blurred. There is a blur overlay on top of it. That's one of the worst things.
That's because YouTube will take them down. That's the problem with reaction videos. This is why they suck.
They do suck very much. In fact, yeah. Oh my god, I just hate them.
This is why the only valid form of reaction video is when you have just a personality that you already enjoy watching.
Here you are, everyone. Here
just it's just like looking at it going, hey, go watch it. Now here are my opinions, because you value my opinions already, because you come to me for that kind of content.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, everyone. This is the thing. It's on screen at the moment. There is the little teeny tiny square with the actual show in, so you can just about make out the subtitles. And then you just have these. It's like watching something like on a crowded bus or in a classroom. Like, I don't know what you get from this. What would you glean from this? Of watching 12 people's faces and going and adding in name lines such as "that was cool."
Yeah, there's the reaction videos where it'll be like on a couch. And I remember the classic reaction to Filthy Thrink's Weeaboo video, where it was just 6 ones, and one guy had like the Japan headband on, and he wasn't enjoying the video at all. He wasn't, he pretended he was, but he knew the jokes were hitting too close, so he had to show in his face that he's.
Was it?
That's not me.
Double for Anime? I remember he made a reaction video to Filthy.
I don't know. This was a video of a bunch of people sitting on a couch and a floor.
Oh no, it wasn't then. It was the Double for Anime one where he was standing there, because he used to do some of his videos with his shirt off for some reason. He is, I guess, to intimidate. Filthy Frank, if you could be
A lot
intimidated
of
by a
videos.
beanpole.
That's not me. I can't believe people are like that. That's crazy.
I mean, you wouldn't stand in front of that. He's just holding his laptop. I'm going to pause this now because I can't stand looking at them. Sorry, everyone. Or you can look at them some more. There you go. I know that we did like kind of reactions. I suppose the
to do
PVs.
Onarogaro reactions.
Oh yeah, that I would wager our Naragaru reactions was way more entertaining than anything
yeah.
Yeah,
else people were
but
doing.
again, there's a difference. Is it's couched in the fact that they already come listen to us for our inane ramblings.
True.
So it logically follows that it'd be funny to hear our inane ramblings about this one specific thing for a little while.
Because they can be done. The Adam and Pals, when they watch a movie, like when they watch Face Off. So Your Movie, was it Your Movie Sucks or something? I think his name is. Adam from that channel. He's a movie reviewer, but he does a thing where him and his mate just sit on the couch and they will watch a movie and do their own commentary, and then they splice that up to the highlights, and it's a 20-30 minute video where they've watched Face Off or they've watched Space Jam, and it's funny because they're adding commentary over it, and it's it's funny jokes for the most part that they're doing.
That's the MST key, the 3000 guys, Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, like
It's the same deal. It's like they're making jokes. They're commenting. It's the classic Greek thing. Where
King
you're
of
just kind of
Light.
like off to the side.
I think his name, anime YouTuber King of Lightning, when he was on Stream Me, because Stream Me was far lax than YouTube, and I think D-Live might be as well in terms of what you could stream, he would just stream the full episode, and he'd just be in the corner, and you'd just get his reactions. I much preferred that one.
I get it because it's also the appeal of like watching the video with someone else.
Exactly.
I understand that. Although the only difference is you won't have that one friend who shows you a video and then keeps looking at you, so you have to pretend that you're laughing. It's like, stop fucking looking at me. Let me watch this stupid video. Stop looking back at me every 5 seconds.
I'd love to see someone's reaction on him watching Hero Manga.
See, the thing is, no one likes that in that situation. The friend you're showing it to doesn't like it, and you don't like it because you're suddenly realizing how shitty your tastes are.
Yeah.
That's why no one should ever show anyone else.
Don't show anyone. If you find a joke hilarious, it won't be funny in that moment. You could find it funny for eternity, but not the moment you go, I'm going to show you this funny... Not so much a joke, but a video in particular. Any funny video is not funny when you show it to people. I don't know why.
The only video...
If there's something you enjoy and you want to share it with someone, you just send them a link.
Okay, I'm not going to talk for the rest of the show.
Go on.
I'm sorry.
Why are you not going to talk? Oh, no. Have we
It's
lost him?
fine. Because I was trying to say this point like 10 billion times, but now it's over, so never mind.
You say it. The floor is yours, my friend.
The only video I ever show people is Sad World's Mafia Dad, which is the best video on YouTube.
I've never
It's
heard
the
I
of
don't
it.
think I've seen this.
That is the only comedy video I'll show people. It's Gibby from iCarly, and there's just like, that's my boy, Terry. Sleep with fishes.
I've just searched it up. We're gonna see if it's as funny as you say.
This is my favorite video on all of YouTube. I swear it's the best thing of all time. And I every time I show people this, it's the same thing. I fucking
It
love
looks
it.
funny, but
I
for
saw
some
a
reason
video.
YouTube is not playing through my headphones right now.
I saw... Actually, never mind. I was going to say something. I forgot.
The things that I show people are Mafia Dad and Bish videos.
I saw a video about arm wrestling, which I found funny, but I realised it's not on YouTube, so never mind. I won't...
I love to show people the video of a Uni D putting a stocking on a flamingo and looking uncomfortable. And also the video of Aina the End and Atsuko going fishing and like holding a bunch of weird fish in this boat. Like, I love Bish videos.
More than those videos, I want to know how you came across them. Like, where did they come from?
There's this thing, it was like Bish, Kira Japan or something, where it would just be certain members of Bish doing random things. And there was one where they did a maid cafe. My favorite one is where Ayuni, Chi-Chi, and Ling Ling went to a zoo. So there's one part where they tried to get Chi-Chi and Ling Ling to like tranquilize a kangaroo.
Mm-hmm.
Other animals, and then the best part is when Ayuni has to put a stocking on a flamingo, but her face is just like so uncomfortable she's dying.
But
Like, it's a very
why? I just...
appeal, but I end up showing like anytime I got a two people who I've to,
I'd say.
but there's all kinds of things out there about Bish. That's why I want to make a video about it because
I think you should.
I love Bish.
I would be very interested to see a stream of consciousness, like video
Yeah.
from you.
And I'll just
In fact,
I'll rant.
actually,
Like they recently had this. They recently because Bishop used all kinds of fancy English phrases. So they recently had a mug that says "rolling shit paper." They had the "bring icing shit horse" to her. There was the what was it?
You
It
said
was Sig
fancy
smoking.
English phrases. These just sound like madcap English phrases. Like they just
Yeah.
took words and put them together.
They had a shirt. What did it say? Sig smoking, God fearing, shit taking, something or other. They use English in fancy ways, usually just to say shit
fancy
because
way.
Yeah, it sounds like
Bish.
they just like saying shit a lot.
like Bish, the group Bish like stands for brand new idol shit. And they have a song called Shit as well.
Are they just into scat?
They use shit a lot.
Or is it because they know like that doesn't have a big impact in Japan, I guess, so they can just use that word? It's like they know what it means, but not everyone here knows what it means.
Their debut video for Bish Hoshiga had a Aina and Chi-Chi covered in like septic
Shit.
tank like shit. Yeah, like it was basically a video of them being covered in like sewage and having people throw shit at them while they were trying to sing.
This is a weird fetish that this band is into.
There's also a part where it's a slow motion shot of like kind of like a bukkake thing, but it's more like a toothpaste like thrown at them through like a wind tunnel thing.
But we know what it's supposed to be.
I'm gonna send you the link.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We lost him. He was going to send us a link. Oh, there he is. He's back again.
It dropped out there.
Oh, welcome back.
Jen,
I'm gonna drop the link to the video for Bish Hoshiga in the chat here and just leave it.
Okay.
I'll leave it here for future reference.
Oh god,
That's
I just
that's
seen
a
the
thumbnail
thumbnail
and a
looks
half,
rough.
that is.
I'm gonna watch this, but I'm gonna post Big Bill Hells by Pood right after this,
Okay.
Yeah.
just so I have a palate cleanser. The famous commercial that starts with "Fuck you, Baltimore."
Do you think we'll get taken down if we just have the video? Because you can't hear the audio.
Well,
there's the
I'm
bukkake.
not sure.
There you go, guys. That's very much... Oh, yeah, no, I see what you're on about. YouTube, this is definitely toothpaste. This is a music video. This is not porn.
Face
I
and
believe.
this shot of Chi-Chi, she's just covered
She's
in
crying.
like canned
I
goods.
think it's porn. I don't think it's semen, but I think it's
It's gravy. It's Chi-Chi and Aina are covered in gravy.
definitely porn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn it off now, just so we don't get taken down. But
It's just gravy and toothpaste.
just gravy and toothpaste, isn't it? Mr. Officer, sir, it's just
Chunky-
gravy. It's
The
just
chunky
toothpaste.
parts are corn.
That
Guys,
doesn't make it
remember-
better. That makes it worse,
guys-
actually.
That makes
Do you guys
it much
remember?
worse.
Do you guys remember in 2017 when you tried to do an episode and I rubbed corn on the cob against my arm while you were talking?
Yes.
Yes.
I do
That
remember
was-
that.
Arguably the weirdest thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
That was the tradition where in the back half of the episode, you'd go and just do a squat on your amp.
Yeah.
So, like, whenever you looked at the screen, you turned your camera on, and you can just see Manimal just in the corner, just doing Manimal things, I guess. I don't even know where we are at this point. Where are we? Tips and dips. Anyone?
We're still doing tips and dips. I don't know.
We're just chatting.
All that
That's
episode.
what tips and dips is, really.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
You just
Just
say,
an excuse for us to talk to each other.
yeah, I'm gonna give a tip to that whole tangent. That's what I'm going to do.
Especially give a big tip to the video for Bish Hoshiga.
I'm going to just give a tip as well. This is the boy. I've been quite lucky in how my work schedule has fell. So you guys know that I work night pattern and I work 300 Our office is open 365 days a year. That includes New Year's. That includes Christmas. This is going to be the first Christmas Eve that I've had off since at least 10 years. I'm pretty certain it's since 2009. The first Christmas Eve
That's
that I
a
don't
lot.
have to work.
That's a lot of Christmas Eves. Do you have to work Christmas then?
No, I have dropped on
Ah.
majorly. I have the 23rd off, the 24th off, the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th, which is
do you know what that?
unprecedented. Go on.
Do you know what that means?
What does that mean?
We're gonna be doing the Christmas Eve public access.
Oh shit!
I am.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna do it right before Christmas Eve.
We're gonna do it on. We're gonna do it on the 23rd again. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, man.
Just so you know, I've already started working on a couple of segments. I've got a couple of ideas for it. Obviously,
And you know what that means? Somebody here has to work on the songs. Mhm.
well, I'm hoping it does.
I wonder who that would be. I wonder who's going to make the
Is
songs.
it
I wonder
the
who
only-
that's
It's
gonna be.
me. I'm gonna do it.
We've all swapped
Coryn.
roles this year.
Everybody go Bandcamp, Coryn.bandcamp.com. Listen to his new album, Closer to Clarity.
It's just gonna be me banging two chopsticks together.
12 days, 12 days, almost day one. You got something going on. It's day one of
And
Christmas.
On a serious note, cancel it at Bandcamp.com. Listen to my new album, Closer Than Clarity. It's a double album. It's 1 hour long.
Jesus.
Woo!
It has
That's a
18
beefy one.
songs featuring new hit singles like The Great Dodge Caravan, which is a song about the Great Dodge Caravan.
It's a
And,
pretty great van.
So I made a song about it. Also, songs like Misunderstandable and other classics available on amp.com. KATTILA.
Oh my
you
god,
go.
now I have a song stuck in my head because you said that. It's Miss Something, but I don't remember what the fuck it is.
Mr.
A
Steak.
predicament. For when you make a
Miss
mistake and
Stein.
have to barbecue your family.
Hate when that happens.
That's not the one.
Can't keep getting
Nah.
a new family. Just too much hassle.
Look, you can always find a new family.
It's got like a wave of joy remembering the creation of Mr. Steak. Remembering
Steak
the
was a
day at
masterpiece.
Cabela's.
Oh, who could forget?
Cabela's, you glanced at the grill and sang the very first lyric to Mr. Steak.
And from there, who would have thought? Your mind created an entire narrative and song out of one throwaway.
Because you looked
line.
at the grill and you're like, Mr. Steak, when you make a mistake and have to barbecue your family. And I was like, oh fuck, I gotta use that.
That's gonna be a song, and who would have known? It's the international hit. that
International
became-
hit. It's so international of a hit that there's even the country version.
I forgot about the country version.
Yeah.
Oh god, can one of the
What, you need to make a Christmas version. though.
oh,
That's the only
Christmas
chorus.
version. How could we do a Christmas version? Mr.
Steak for when
I
he
mean,
comes
maybe it's got to
down
be
the
like a
chimney.
sequel song, the sequel to Mr. Steak, or like a Christmas in the life of Mr. Steak.
It's a steak for when he drops a steak into your Christmas stocking.
I mean,
I
it
gotta-
takes
I
a
gotta
long
look up
time to
lyrics.
murder the planet. There's got to be at least a couple of Christmases in
On
there.
one night on Christmas Eve, the pure no, that won't work. Never mind. I'm not good at coming up with songs, other than rap, and you damn well know that the Santa
And-
rap's coming.
You know the 12 days of Christmas that you got to create one of those days.
Got to do neck.
One of the songs for one of those days.
Think the Nekomimi pasta's coming back?
He's coming out. He's
I
the
said,
Nekomimi.
Lord! He's got to come out for Christmas. He's a
Nekomimi
religious figure.
pasta is coming out.
He's a religious figure. He's got to come out for Christmas. You know, he's got to represent.
Presenting
I guess-
the Lutheran boys.
I don't know if 7 Nights in Munich works, but it was that.
7 nights in Munich. Yeah, that works. That could be fine. And meet up in Germany. There you go.
Yeah, that will be the last line. We got to think of the lyrics at another time because we got more tips
Oh
and
yeah,
dips.
we're actually on a show. Sorry everyone. That was a
Yeah, we
little
are on a
sneak
show.
behind the curtain. That's how much thought we put into these shows. We literally go, we could do this.
I'll give
Okay, we'll do
I'll give
it.
a tip. I'll
Go
give a
for it.
tip. Finish the book Prelude to Foundation And I was like, oh, I finished the book, and now I'm on the sequel, and I'm halfway done it for the Foundation.
Damn.
So it's a good sci-fi novel about a guy who creates something with math to like predict future events and shit, is the easy way of putting it. And there's like the Galactic Empire, and he's going all around and working on shit, and all this stuff's happening. It's a pretty good book.
I thought there were like 5 books in the Foundation series.
There's a lot, but Prelude to Foundation and For the Foundation are prequels, which are written after the Foundation books. So all this stuff. I don't know what the actual book Foundation is about. Stuff that was written after, but is before.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, for anyone not in the know, the Foundation series was written by Isaac Asimov, that famous dude of iRobot fame.
Yeah, and the
Oh.
book
He
was
did
good.
other stuff.
It was a pretty good read. There, you know, it did some stuff at the end. We were like, "Whoa, dude!" I think, you know, if you are a fan of the science fiction, right, guys? Keep thinking, it's all fiction, bro.
It's all fiction, broskies.
It's fiction, and then it becomes science, because that's how it works. In a very similar vein, though, I do have a tip. Like my first, like, and honestly, like only other real tip for the week
Go for
is
it.
that in my excursions errands yesterday, I found a rare book I had been looking to find, and that book is The King in Yellow by R.W. Chambers, which is, I wouldn't surprise if nobody here's heard of that, because it's like it was an old book that was kind of like written around like the very early days of science fiction, but was super overshadowed by like everything Lovecraft did.
Mhm.
But it's very much in a similar and independent vein. And it's basically a collection of stories, and the combined theme is that there is a play ongoing, which drives everyone who sees it completely bonkers insane.
Fair
And
enough.
it's
You'd be
The King in Yellow.
fuming if your book came out the same year as like H.P. Lovecraft shit. Because you'd be like, God damn it. There's got to be someone who released the book at the same time as like 1984 as well, and George Orwell took that out.
Yeah, there's always going to be someone in the background, and I don't know if it was that bad. The guy who wrote it wrote a lot of shit. Like, he was prolific. So it just happens that this particular work of his was kind of lost in the Lovecraftian shuffle.
Mm-hmm. It's a great dance move.
Still pretty influential, and I've been looking for one for a while, but it's just not popular, so it wasn't a lot of copies made.
Oh well,
So
congratulations.
it's not like original. It's a new copy, but like, you know, when you get a published set, it's just not it's not on the shelves like The Hobbit or whatever.
Hobbit. I've got a tip. A little tip I forgot. The last week or week before, I don't know, we didn't talk about it, but they released a load more footage and information about Final Fantasy VII Remake. All the shit looks good. The Turks look good. The fights look fun. Most importantly of all, you had the squatting challenge in the gym, and we saw Don Corneo, which a lot of people seem to think Mark Hamill's voicing, which maybe is, I don't know. I haven't seen it written down anywhere, but that all points towards Drag Queen Cloud is going to be in the game. That seems there's very strong evidence for that, so that's all we want.
I feel like there will be a revolt if Drag Queen Cloud is not in the game. It's practically a tongue twister.
I was like, there's the Gym Bros! Oh my god, there's the Gym Bros! Right, now we're cooking. We're going to get it. And it's like, oh, do you want to see this 17.5-minute boss fight that they've got? Like, you know, the where they're playing the gameplay and the switching between characters and showing summons and all this kind of stuff. I was like, nah, I'm all good. I want to see some more of the squatting challenge for the Gym Bros. But, you know, and it looks good. I can't wait for that shit to come out. Well, no, it's causing a dilemma because that comes out 3rd of March, 2020, provided there's no delays. Last of Us 2 confirmed that it was coming out on February 21st. That gives me exactly 2 weeks to buy Last of Us 2, complete that shit fully, get my fill of that, and then move on to Final Fantasy. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that, but we shall see. 2020 is going to be a good year for games.
You know what game I bought?
What game did you buy?
was like, I'll get Borderlands 3 because I played the other ones, and I was like, might as well have something new to play.
Yeah.
Little did I know that it would be one of those grinding games where the point is that you just like have to get good weapons and shit to beat things, and you can't just skim through it. You gotta like grind and
Oh.
focus on
it-
like stats and shit. Like
So
like stats. I don't give a shit about stats. All I want to do is just like listen to records and just like keep shooting shit in a game. I don't want to have to think about it. Look at stats. I don't give a shit about the story of Borderlands. I just want something to play when I listen to freaking my
your
albums.
complaint is that there's a more in-depth mechanic to the combat and how things fight, and there's a more in-depth story.
What else am I supposed to do
These
when
are
I listen to
negatives.
such? What am I supposed to do when I listen to classic records like Judas Priest, Stained Class?
I can't.
And
Having played at least Borderlands 2, if Borderlands 3 is at all the same, you don't need to have the sound on the game. And you don't even really need to pay
No.
attention to the stats. You just get the prettier colors.
I don't know. Well, it's fine. All I know is that there's just some impossible boss fights, and like some of the enemies take like 10, 50, 8 billion bullets just to like dent.
Do you know what you need?
The game is like the other games, really. And if I was playing this and someone was like, "This is Borderlands 2," I'd be like, "Yeah, I believe you." But not much actually.
You need to play Fortnite, and then you'll be okay.
I really don't. I really don't.
It's a great.
Still
game.
playing friggin' Black Ops 4. I'm playing it right now as well. And you know that I'm a sucker fool and will buy the next. I haven't even looked at footage for the next Call of Duty. I'm just gonna freaking buy it anyway. I don't give a shit.
Which one is it? Modern Warfare, the next one.
I don't care. I don't care what it looks like. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna friggin' buy it just so I can have something stupid to play that's new.
I might get it.
The game.
I might get it. We might have to play it together.
Sure. I don't freaking care as long as I can have something new to listen to some
okay.
records and chill out with, you know?
I don't fucking care if I play with you. Oh, okay.
Only
That's funny,
games
like
that the only games that engage my brain these days are NES games.
Fair enough. They're hard.
And
though.
those are it's a lot of solid games on the NES, man.
Going back.
And I've been trying to play through Gunsmoke so I could do a long play on it, and it's kind of hard.
you
That I'm like,
reckon-
I actually have to think. I actually have to think. This game isn't just holding my hand and just having all this stupid shit and a storyline I don't give a shit about and all these cinematics. I don't want to watch a movie. I want to play a game.
I think you could get on
game
like
shit.
the Steam store, man. I feel like that's your home. It's just a
But,
lot
like-
of basic stuff.
I want to play a game on my computer.
You played Roblox on your computer or Roblox, whatever it was.
That was a freaking joke when I played Phantom Forces.
I
You
feel like
you played that for at least 26 times. if I
Say,
remember.
do you think I want to play a game on my computer when I got the emulator controllers just so I could conveniently play any NES game now?
You're gonna have to play
Even though
Santa
I have the
Saves
system,
Christmas
but-
again this year.
We are going
We are gonna have
to
to
do something.
We'll have to
We
find a
we
way.
have to save Christmas. The only way Christmas will be saved is if we play Santa Claus Saves the Universe.
That's what we're gonna do. Speaking of long plays, I was half tempted to begin in the run up to Final Fantasy VII an entire playthrough of the original, but then I realized that's gonna be so much work to
Wouldn't-
record and talk over.
I've discovered my commentator name would be Big Fucking Woodcock. Just like it'd be like, hey guys, it's Big Fucking Woodcock here, ready for a new fucking Black Ops 4 gameplay.
Well, that'd be because I suppose I'd have to use my Twitter handle, so I'd be Sheriff Big Balls, but like,
Oh shit, that works too.
hey everybody, but like do the scarce voice. Hey everybody, Sheriff Big Balls here.
You're Sheriff Big Balls and I'm Big Fucking Woodcock. See, my first name is Big. My middle name is fucking my last name was Ocean, but then there was a divorce, so now it's Woodcock.
No, it's Woodcock. There you go.
Perfect.
I used to
Now-
just talk about the ocean, and now it had to be resorted to this.
Yeah, he was actually really chill when he just talked about the ocean all the
Well,
time, but now
when
he's
you-
a little intense.
When
But
you
the
were
parents-
previously Big
The
Fucking
parents
Ocean,
split.
the BFO.
Yeah, because the parents split, and unfortunately, the last name had to go back to Woodcock instead of Ocean. I couldn't keep the majestic surname of Ocean, the great and time-honored English surname of Ocean.
N-N-E-A-O-L below.
The honored traditional English last name of Butts.
I don't know.
The honored Middlesex County.
Where?
My parents have a magnet on their fridge from Intercourse, like Pennsylvania.
Oh,
I think it's Pennsylvania. It's an Amish town called Intercourse.
that's irony.
Are just weird. Aren't those Anglos just strange?
Strange
I mean,
people.
I think the Amish fuck. If I know anything about the Amish,
I
It's
guess
that
that's how they
fuck.
keep making them. They keep making
I don't think they have
sequels to the
condoms,
Amish.
so
I think
Do you guys
the Amish
what?
fuck.
Do you think have they announced Amish 2 yet?
I can't wait for the sequel. It's gonna be fucking great.
George Bush announces Amish 2.
I hope there's some new map packs. That's for certain.
No, Amish 2
Al
was
Gore
announced back
confirmed.
in 1995, but it's been in development hell ever since.
It's gonna be there for a while.
What if the headline was just Al Gore confirmed? I don't know what he's confirmed as. He had his confirmation. He had his confirmation when he switched over to the Catholic Church. Al Gore confirmed.
Anyway,
Public climate change still denied.
it's confirmed
Al
now.
Gore.
A 16-year-old from Sweden has made an impact and let everyone know about it.
I just something about like so that someone gets confirmed and whatever their name is like Bringlebutt, then it would just be Bringlebutt confirmed.
Does anyone else have any more tips and dips to go for?
I might have.
Do you want
Look
to
at my Samsung Notes again.
do you want to throw one up? Or
Let me. I was gonna do a restaurant review, but maybe we'll do that another time.
oh, okay. King Wap stole the show already. You kind of had that was a mini restaurant of sorts. With
Yeah,
boys.
we'll count that as a. Oh man, I didn't even mention that in. I saw Iron Maiden. Ray Jepsen.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah. So you've been 2 concerts.
So-
I know you went Carly Rae Jepsen. Didn't know you've been Iron Maiden.
Yeah, this was in the span of 2 weeks. So Iron Maiden was in Winnipeg, and it was a good show. They went back to playing the old songs, and in tour. Sometimes when they release a new album, they'll play like a shit ton of songs off that,
Yeah.
and they'll omit classics like "Run to the Hills." Which, granted, I love Iron Maiden, and I want them to play like fucking "Infinite Dreams" and "Holy Smoke" and "Die with Your Boots On," but like. They got to play "Run to the Hills." Like, come on, they got to play "Number of the Beast." They got to play. They got to open the show with "Aces High." So the show was good. They're the two that hurdled my girdle were Revelations and when they played "The Evil That Men Do," I was like, "Fuck yeah!" But they didn't play "Wasted Years," which made me cry a little bit. And the performance of "Sign of the Cross" was really good. It was it's Iron Maiden, so you know what you're getting at this point in their career, but it was still an enjoyable show. There's some singing along. Minutes to Midnight or The Wicker Man or something, you're going to be doing a little singing.
Go have a little sing song when you're there. That's what you pay for.
Oh, yeah. It was fun. And then Carly Rae. I've loved Carly Rae ever since Curiosity came out. Well, I liked her then. I thought that it was a good song. I hated Call Me Maybe, but Curiosity was good. And then Emotion came out, and that's one of my top 10 albums of all time. So the show was pretty good. It had a couple of songs I was excited that she played, like Let's Get Lost and anything off Emotion side B. I was hoping that she'd play Roses, but whatever. Like, she played Call Me Maybe as like the 5th or 6th song just to like get it over with. Like, let's just get this fucking thing out of here already.
Now, I will have to say, maybe it's just me, and it reminds me of simpler, happier times. But I'm a bit of a Call Me Maybe reformist.
I hate
I'm a
Call
fan
Me
of
Maybe
Call Me
because
Maybe.
see, the thing is, since I really love Carly Rae's music and think that she has so much to offer as an artist, I hate Call Me Maybe because it's what everyone associates. Even when she was coming to town, all the comments were just like, "What, is she going to play one song?" Excuse me. There's this whole album called Emotion, and it's a masterpiece. Songs on there that aren't sure. I don't really like Boy Problems or LA Hallucinations that much, but it's a fucking good album. And you guys are going to tell me that she only has one song? She even Curiosity, that's good. What about Dedicated was a good album, wasn't a great album, but it was good. I hate Call Me Maybe. It's because she has so much more to offer as an artist. It's like, come on.
Yeah,
I
guys.
think that's just the curse of having a really, really big hit like that. You're never
Yeah.
gonna live it down. Even those Iron Maiden
It'll always
guys
be a thing
are-
where I would
sometimes they just really want to play the new stuff.
Out of every artist that I tell people I like, Carly Rae is always the one that people are like, "Are you serious? Is that a joke?" And I'm like, "Okay, now I have to explain it."
I imagine you go. I'd love to see you in every like Facebook comment post where someone's like, "Huh, be a short concert. Call me maybe, and it's done."
I
Like,
don't
excuse me.
engage. I don't comment on Facebook or engage in shit like that
That's
because
wise.
like I just let people. I just say just let people be stupid. I don't give a shit.
Let people be dinks.
Them be dinks. It's their own. It's their own thing. If they want to be a dink, then I can't turn them into a David. In life, you're either a dink or a David. That's really about it.
That's very true, very poignant there.
And if they have no Davids, then let them eat dinks.
Hey,
Pretty much.
there we go. Yeah, that's. I feel like that tips and dips. Well
Have
done.
you guys ever thought about the fact that like, what if you like taped a bunch of like craft dinner noodles together and used it as like a straw? Like you were so about the environment, you'd like tape craft dinner together, and you'd go into like places like a restaurant, like an Applebee's type establishment, and put like this craft dinner straw there, and just sip like your Coke out of it, and just be like craft dinner noodles, but they're still hard and like they're all taped together, and it would like disintegrate right away.
No, I've never thought of
Just
that.
think about the idea. Just think about the idea of using craft dinner noodles
I'm
as a
thinking
straw.
about the idea. Do you know what you could do instead? You can buy a metal telescopic straw.
Oh,
We went for a few
Oh.
beers. We went to the pub the other week, a bunch of us, and one of the lads brought his missus with him, and she just pulled out a little telescopic. She pulled out like a little test tube looking thing, unscrewed it, and then out popped a little metal straw that was like telescopic, and it was really bizarre because I was like, I've never seen anyone carry a straw around with them, but
you know,
fair enough, I
I
guess.
mean,
if you're
I don't know. I'm that guy who never uses a straw one, even when presented with one. I just think it's nicer to sip from the glass directly.
unless it's like an ice cap, then yeah, I don't need a straw. But you know, I'm just thinking
I suppose.
the way forward. You know, if I was running the Green Party, if I was Elizabeth May running the Green Party, ready to go into election season, I would say craft dinner straws.
Why
That
stop
would be
there?
my platform. That's all I would
See,
run on. I would not
I almost
economy
just
the
have-
economics. Party
I have
green
to
means
wonder-
money.
If a
Except-
craft dinner straw taped together is both much more efficient and maybe even more environmentally unfriendly than just a regular straw
Because
is.
of all the tape.
Exactly. You'd have to at least have a tape at every piece of connection there.
I don't know. It's the Green Party, so that means wealth. Although over here, that would just mean a lot of $20 bills, which could amount to something anyway.
Wait. Why don't the Green Party just make craft dinner, make straws? Like, just make one big long tube.
Oh shit! Yeah, like just a super long like craft dinner, a new product. Like KD comes out with the straws, and the straws that after you're done eating, not only will you have beautiful remnants of the craft dinner noodle in your Coke, but you can also eat the straw when you're done. Oh shit! I love this idea. I'm patenting it right now. I already patented it.
I just feel like there's probably a kind of pasta out there that the Italians already invented that is long and hollow. Surely,
King Locke's
right?
coming after your ideas. This guy is. You better
Well, I
watch.
mean, there is such thing, but they're all
Bucatini.
very.
That's what I'm thinking of. It's bucatini. It's
The
like
thing is-
it's like spaghetti, but it's hollow.
Some are smaller though. That's the thing. I'm talking about like a full big boy straw, like no silly straw. Who wants a? I hate silly straws because like when you drink the chocolate milk or whatever, it like goes down and you have to watch. Oh, it grosses me out. I just imagine my spit going down. Oh, disgusting.
So, you've thought about this a lot, haven't you?
Just thought about it right now.
Oh. It's because you've not been
Nah.
on the show for so long. I forget how your brain works.
Yeah. Well, again, I think I have the kind of brain where if I think about something, I say it just because, like, why not? So if I happen to think about craft dinner straw, you know I'm gonna say it.
Craft in a straw. If you get them Italian spaghetti tubes, no, you don't need a couple of them. Tape them bad boys together. That's one piece of tape.
Italic,
That's what it is. One piece
italic
of tape.
spaghetti tubes.
You're doing better already.
There you go. We've
As
got,
a
we've got
as
this
a
down.
valid as a man of half Italian descent, I must say craft dinner is a true honorary meal of the Italic people.
Oh, boy.
Hey.
As a man of Brazilian and Calabrian heritage, craft dinner is the true Alex.
There we go. It has been decreed. Right then, we're about an hour in, maybe more. I don't know. We've been
It's been
down many roads.
a lot of tips and dips. Mostly Manimal.
Let's roll into some anime. Sorry, Manimal, but you please stay present, if you can, and
See what happens.
yeah, just jump in, discuss, talk about whatever you want. I don't think this
Probably
is going to be
keep the anime quick anyways, because it is late.
okay. We're going to run into it. Let's plow through the anime because I'm sure you guys weren't here to listen about us dissect the latest episodes of the summer season. You were here to hear about Craft Inner Straws, King Wops, and Incels.
I don't know anymore.
That's probably
I really
Cell
don't know.
animation.
Incel animation. Sorry, Incel the anime. That'd be an interesting one to watch. Kind of wait for that to come out in a couple of years.
It,
You know
it's
how
gonna
many
happen,
people-
and it's gonna
You know how
suck.
many people with digestion fetishes would love to be in cell? Like, just fuck. Just think
all
about all
the
the
poor
people who
people.
have thought about being. Think about all the people who have thought about being in cell's digestive system. Like, just think
I
about it.
want you to suck me up with that tail, Cell. What if
Yes.
17 was really into that? Maybe he was, because he didn't run away when he had the chance. 17 was whipping Cell's ass, and he didn't run off when he could have. He just sat around and watched. He could have fucking
Yes.
bailed. I would have.
He was. Wait for it.
Yeah?
Yep.
I didn't hear that.
I'll-
Did it cut out?
I think we synced up perfectly.
Oh, I didn't hear the punchline. He just said maybe 17
he's-
was.
Oh, he said he was in cell.
But I said
Hey.
in cell.
Hey. Sorry. That cut out on my end. I apologize.
If you were to transcribe this conversation, you must transcribe
I believe you'll find
Anyways.
he was
anime.
in.
I don't watch it anymore, but you guys talk about it.
Let's talk about some summer season. First of all, spring season recap or overspill. Over to you, Coryn, for Demon Slayer.
A surprisingly lot amount of overspill because there's a shit ton of spring season, like, well, not even just spring season, but just OVAs in general. So, Demon Slayer, we're officially on to our next arc, and this bit of anime has concluded. Which, honestly, there was a really cool bit of episode with like this weird like Japanese palace non-Euclidean geometry space going on, where the number one demon murders 5 of like the top 12 demons he's had. Like they established like, oh, there's 12 demons and they're the strongest demons besides the strongest demon. And they manage to kill one, or randomly they get their asses kicked by one of them, and then another dude who's much stronger shows up and just murders his ass. But then the head demon's like, you know what? These dudes are weak as shit. I'm just gonna murder the fuck out of them. And he does. So they're all dead now. Now there's only 6 top dudes.
Oh.
Does one of the characters come out like, "Hey guys, welcome to my list of top 12 demons"?
No, we haven't been introduced to any of them yet. That's the thing.
Okay.
6 will shock you.
Yeah, like we get introduced to one of the top dudes, and then he's killed over the course, and then 5 more just randomly show up and are instantly murdered, and we don't know what any of the actual top ones look like.
This video
So-
sponsored by Dollar Pave Club. Pay me $1 and I'll pave your driveway.
Yep.
You've been waiting to use that for a while.
Yes, I have. Yes, I just thought about it 1 minute ago.
Good God. But one of them survives, and he gets on something called the Infinite Train, which is just a train. Because the coolest thing was I say coolest, we'll see, because it was announced that instead of getting a second season, the next arc of the anime is being adapted as a movie.
Right.
It's an actual anime movie that's going to be the second season, and it's called the Infinite Train arc because there's a demon on a fucking train.
Demon Train.
He's my top one.
It's a train fight. I love train fights. Name a bad train fight. You can't, because there isn't any.
Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress had lots of train fights. They were good.
All fights are just better on train.
Devastator versus Soundwave cassettes on board Astro Train. Transformed into
That
the
was a
space
great
shuttle
fight.
mode. No, it wasn't.
I don't know.
Now, I don't know how many of the fights in the original T1
They were all
were
great.
good. Were good fights.
No.
They're all kind of blocky.
Optimus Prime versus the world in the movie. That's great, that one. When he comes in.
Constructicons form Devastator, the strongest Decepticon.
And then he's
We should
defeated
rule.
by the end of the episode.
That's when Soundwave's superior Constructicon. Okay, never mind. Carry on.
Soundwave was good, just because of his voice.
Soundwave's always good. He's the best.
R.I.P.
But yeah,
Transformers.
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. And then also a surprise return from the spring. The Occult Mystery Dudes had an OVA, which was basically just missing an episode that was DVD only until now, which was fine. It was an episode, you know.
Yeah. Just reminded me.
So,
The Saga of Tanya the Evil movie's come onto Crunchyroll. I need to watch that as well.
yeah, I saw that one popping back up.
Yeah, I need to. I'll have to get on that at some point.
That came out, and I guess also from spring was a Mob Psycho OVA,
Ah.
which, unlike the first OVA, was not just a recap episode.
They're the worst kind
It
of
was
VAs.
It was a pretty cool OVA, though. I mean, it was just like an episode of the show, but it had the Umbrella dude from the end of the last season kind of show up and be a character. Reagan gets stuck in an alternate reality. It's fun.
When your lips are chapped, you call it an OVA because it's ongoing Vaseline application.
Oh my god. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh boy.
At least you said lips. You know. I'm doing Vaseline application. It's my dream career.
Anyways,
But
There's a different kind of OVA you could do that requires Vaseline afterwards. Won't get into it.
hey, I get it.
So,
my eyebrows.
yeah,
Well,
your
they say
eyebrows.
any hole's a goal. I don't know if your eyebrows are a hole, but anyway, moving on.
you guys ever beat your meat? Is in the meat at the end of like your eyebrows, and you rip them out, or your hair?
It's called the follicle.
Carry on.
Have you just asked if I masturbate while plucking my eyebrows?
No, if you beat the meat at the end of your hair.
Beat the meat. Oh, so if I physically masturbate the end of my hair, so
No, if you just beat it, you just put the hair on the table and punch it with your fist.
Oh,
This is a good way to hurt your hand.
Anyways, summer anime.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was another OVA, and I don't even remember what it fucking was anymore. Doesn't matter.
Don't matter. Summer anime.
It was Legend of Galactic Heroes. It was fine. It actually ended the goddamn season, which didn't happen.
Hey, that's good. Glad.
Yeah.
Weird that you have to rely on an OVA to actually tie up story threads, but
It was OVA. But it was also just, I think, episode 13 or whatever.
that just didn't end.
That was DVD exclusive for a while.
Fair play. Fair play.
That's how they get you.
They do.
Buy the DVD to finish the show, even though it's an old ass manga and anime.
Scumbags. Fucking scummy Japan. Why don't you go fucking jerk off your eyebrows, you fucking bricks?
Why don't we just adapt the economy of Yugoslavia for Japan?
Well, Yugoslavia doesn't exist anymore.
By heart, it does.
See what they know. Don't you say that. That means Croatia got to be a country, finally.
Nah, don't deserve it. I don't think they've earned it. They need to go back under tyranny.
Hey, don't hate on Croatia, man. They were like the first people in Europe to ever have like representational government since like the Romans.
Well, yeah, but can they watch UK Netflix? Don't think so. Checkmate, Croatia. Get fucked.
Maybe.
they
They have
don't
a
know how
VPN, they
much.
probably can.
UK Netflix has stepped up its game so much that it's stepped over the entire continent of Europe to become its own continent.
It is
Controversial.
up its game. Oh man, let me
Now,
tell you.
now, they prefer to be called Australians.
The true Brexit is UK Netflix stepping up its game so much that it leaves the entire continent because it keeps stepping away.
It just keeps raising the bar to the point where it's out of the atmosphere. Yeah, can't wait.
It's hit the moon!
Summer season. So, Fire Force is on a 2-week hiatus. So we've got to talk about the last episode from last week, which is episode 11, I believe.
It was just a story. It wasn't, nothing really happened. They were just like, and here's how we met.
Oh no, wait, there's 2 episodes that we haven't talked about, I think.
Well, that's the other one.
The one where Shinra meets Joker again, and he says, "Your brother's alive."
All right, yeah. His brother's alive. He's also an asshole. What's up?
And he says,
I like Joker a lot.
Yeah, I didn't like when they went, okay, so they're all after Shinra. Shinra's like a big target and stuff. Where is he? He's just staying behind. He wants to see this power plant thing. Okay, you've just literally said how much of, like, he's a target and he needs to be protected. I mean, I guess you could make the argument that, like, he's fine, he can handle himself, but I don't know. If you were a target, you'd want someone with him. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, they're also in, like, the most
Secure.
protected spot,
I
in
guess.
theory. Because, like, it's clear that the rest of the dudes are on side, figure out who the fuck's behind this shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be a top-down conspiracy.
Yeah, fair enough. We know what they want to do anyway now.
They infiltrated the ranks kind of conspiracy. But it's not like... The Emperor seems on the level, if not a bit weird and old.
He's an old man, old little pope. There's the 7th squad captain who's traditional, but he's badass. He's hardcore apparently. He's the Kenpachi of the gang. And then you saw the formation of the Squad 8. So we saw Obi and Captain, is it Hinawa? I think his last name? Lieutenant
Hinawa, Lieutenant Hinawa.
Lieutenant Hinawa.
Yeah.
Apologies.
So Hinawa was in the military. Obi, as we knew, was a firefighter. They took out an Infernal who was just like chilling and holding back.
Holding back his rage.
I don't remember if in episode 2 if they said that one was unique or not, but apparently not.
Know. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Now I think about it. Yeah, that's the formation. They get Maki because she's a soldier, but she's too kind-hearted. So they're all good. That's where we are. We got to wait till the 10th of October for it to carry on. Oh, we do see Sho very briefly.
We do. He's got white hair,
and he's a little white knight. He's got armor.
He is a little white knight.
And he's
he does have, and he's some reason they put an 11-year-old in charge of all those guys.
He is a white knight, the antithesis and the natural enemy of the incel. Of the people, the vor fetishes for sell.
Because
since
they're white knights, they got swords, so they want to cut through cell, so you're no longer inside cell.
Yeah, the white knight. Maybe Android 18 wanted to be in there, guys. You don't have to. Is Goku a white knight? Krillin's a white knight because he wanted to just get her out of there. Like maybe she liked it. You don't know. You didn't ask her permission, did you, Krillin? You fucking.
No, he didn't.
Krillin, more like villain.
Am I right? He fucking isn't he, Krillin? Little bitch. You little fucking no-nose cunt.
No,
Sorry.
trust people with no noses, not to discriminate.
Well, you'd never know if he's lying. Pinocchio taught me that. Anyone who doesn't have a nose, don't know if they're lying. Any character without a nose, probably bad. Think of Voldemort, bad. There you go, rest my case. Krillin.
But like
snake nose.
Oh, yeah.
Most anime characters don't have noses unless it's at a specific angle.
Exactly.
No, you can see a line still.
Yeah, sometimes.
That line could just be sweat.
Just a sweat drop in the face. Krillin doesn't have a nose. But never mind, let's not talk about Krillin.
Except when he does, but that's a whole other conversation.
Guys, I'm Krillin.
Hey, Goku! Goku! He always sounds...
That's just how I would sound. No, okay, anyways, carrying on.
He should have been done like that. My favourite voice in Dragon Ball was Hercule. I can't remember who does his voice, but he was great.
Probably Chris Sabat or some bullshit.
Maybe. It was
It always is.
Do you know them leaked audios of them? Like, there was one with Hercule, and it's where he's standing there, and he's like, I always love my fans. I'll never keep anything from them, especially this magnificent cock. it's a clip where, like, his towel falls down or something. I was like, that's fucking brilliant. That was gold. I need to find it again somewhere. But, yeah, anyway, Fire Force. So, it's ticking along nicely. We know the bad guys' plan pretty much now, or at least their objective and goal is to turn the world into a star. I don't know the science behind that. Coryn's the science guy. He might be able to tell us if it's possible, but, you know.
The science is pretty out already on what the hell's happening with Fire Force.
Fair enough. The science-ometer is going off. I'm not saying it should be realistic. That was obviously sarcastic, people. If anyone's going, it's shonen, you don't have to... I'm just joking. It's a joke.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, you need to have a certain critical mass to have a star because it needs a mass to sustain itself. Even if you can achieve fusion, it would just go out. But yeah, whatever.
It can work because of fire magic. So yeah, gonna have to wait 2 weeks for that. So whatever. Dr. Stone. Speaking of science, we've got a little Dr. Stone going down. They needed sulfur or sulfuric acid, not sulfur.
They got it. There's a big volcano, and they almost melted, but they got it.
They made gas masks, or rather, the old man makes gas masks.
I love the old man. He's straight up Roshi's.
It finally, once he was introduced, I watched the opening like this time, and I understand what he's doing. He's blowing into a pipe. He's glass blowing, and that's what the red orb is. And I never understood. I never noticed the pipe before. I just thought he had like his hands together and somehow made like a red energy ball. And I was like, for a show that's really sciencey, wonder where he's getting his Master Roshi powers from. This is interesting. So I was like, that always confused me.
I don't know. If there's one thing I've learned is that old men in anime really know how to just like bulk out their clothes and rip them off.
I think statistically, the most consistently ripped people in anime is probably either small children or old men. I don't know why it works that way. It just does.
It just like your strength comes in when you're closer to birth or death.
Yeah,
the closer you are to being a non-person, the closer you are to not being alive, the stronger you are.
I'm just imagining like a ripped baby, like you were born swole. Like,
that's why, as we all know, the weakest people are 40 years old.
Oh yeah, they get picked off, you know. Shit, we're approaching that soon, in the next decade or two.
Yeah. That's quite a bit of time.
That's why 40-year-olds huddle together. They're known to their security is in numbers, so they travel in herds.
They're like prairie dogs. There's just a shit ton of them at once, all burrowed up.
Oh, the vocal as well. That's, you know, just the same warnings. Anyway, Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
But yeah, they get their acid and they make a bunch of more dangerous acids. And there's a bit about, oh, you're gonna make this? No, this one more incredibly dangerous, and this one will melt you, and you know, yada yada. But then it gets around to the point where finally they need to stop making acids because it's time for the tournament.
Tournament time. So we got Kinro and Ginro who are going into the tournament.
Yep, but Kohaku is also signed up because there's nothing in the rules that says a woman can't do it.
Yeah.
And then Chrome also signs up, and so does Senku, because it doesn't say you have to be part of the village either. Someone should have really maybe been more specific about it. But then some real shit goes down, because Senku walks into the village after 6 months, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And the priestess, Ruri, hears his name and rushes out and is like, "What's your fucking last name?" Is it Ishi? And then she collapses before she can finishes it. But the thing is, no one in the village has last names. And Senku's all like, "Oh fuck, she knows what last names are, and she recognized me. And now I have a lot of questions."
I got some questions for this bitch.
Which makes me think whoever started this village
is possibly
was somebody, possibly his father.
Maybe it was.
maybe, or just like another unknown character. But I think the only one we know from the past is their father, or
Yeah.
his father. So
Yeah,
who
because
else could it possibly
who would have
be?
told her about him? Unless it was maybe they could. I suppose you could swing it as like, oh, it was his physics teacher or something because he was his top student and he was proud of him, or some bollocks like that. I don't know.
I
Maybe.
think there might have been like one or two other students we actually see have speaking roles,
Yeah, yeah, there was right
but
at the beginning, but
I feel like the ones we've seen aren't going to have the ingenious idea of like using modern day pop culture stuff from Japan to create
the Thousand Tales,
morality. Yeah, the morality tales or whatever.
yeah, the 100 Tales or Thousand Tales, whatever it was called.
I think it was like 100 or something.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
No, it's been.
Unless it turns out his last name isn't Ishii, but I don't remember hearing his last name. I'm sure it's in like episode 1.
Do you know? I'm not so sure actually. Now I think about it, I'm thinking, oh yeah, they would have introduced him as this, but the only time, like, obviously, Fengi just calls him Senku. Taiju did, and everyone else just calls him Senku. So I don't think I've ever heard him like. Do you know in anime when they drop a name and then they go, "I Ichigo Kurosaki said this," and it's like, okay, I understand why you're doing that. Or you get the little nameplate that tells you who it is. But
I mean, I guess when we know Tsukasa's last name, he's had it, and Taiju. But even looking at the list of characters on my anime list, Senku's just listed as Senku. So who knows?
We shall see. We shall see.
I would be interested to find out. That's
like it.
cool. But then we get a good old SmackDown fight.
SmackDown fight.
Yeah, they really want Ginro to go last. This is Ginro, right?
Ginro is the blonde one. Kinro is the guy with the impaired vision.
Yeah, so we want Kinro to go last. He's the strongest and also can have babies.
Oh.
And we want him to go last, but he can't see, and he goes against the big magma dude first round. But here's the thing. Soika figures out he's got the blind sickness, the fuzzy sickness as they call it, and she tosses her little melon head with the
glasses,
lenses in them, and it lands on his head, and straight up they do a Kamen Rider explosion. Everyone just like, what the fuck was that? And then he just knocks fucking Magma out. I mean, we don't see him defeated, but I have a little worry here.
Go on.
Because you know what they had a little bit of foreshadowing earlier in the episode of? Throwing something into the ring.
Oh.
The little bald dude wanted to throw something in the ring to help Magma out, but then they were like, "What is not turquoise?" Because the two guards are turquoise and another stone. Jasper. Jasper is the dude, and turquoise is the girl guard. So it's turquoise and Jasper.
Yeah.
And Jasper is like the referee, and I think it's like Chrome is like, yeah, Jasper's the best referee you got. Nothing gets past him. You can't fuck with anything. So Soika just fucked the match.
She did. Maybe because she threw it at him and it didn't. I don't know. Because they could argue and go, "Oh, it's just headwear. It's nothing. It didn't do anything." But then they could. I suppose they still think he's a sorcerer.
It's clearly interference, and they think he's a sorcerer. So I feel like he's going to get disqualified.
Possibly,
but
he has taken out Magma, so
he has. I think the thing is, I think he's going to get disqualified. But the fact is, he just pretty much knocked Magma out, and even if Magma is not out, he's pretty fucked.
Yeah, he's injured.
He just got a thing straight to the gut, like his face imploded. He's not doing great.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a prediction. We're gonna see, because Chrome's in this fucking fight. I think this gives Chrome an opportunity to go to the top.
Yeah, forfeit the rounds for Chrome so he can marry Ruri or whatever her name is. Ruri?
Well, I mean, he might even not have. Well, depending who he fights. Kohaku, probably, in the end.
Yeah.
But
she'll forfeit.
He'll forfeit. And he's also been training, so he could like hold his own on like I can see him having a nail biting match with like some other random idiot.
Gino. Maybe Gino will be like,
Yeah.
nah, fam, I'm marrying the bitch, not you. And then they have a good old fight. But Gino
'Cause
kind of had
Gino
his development in the episode
Yeah.
before. Like,
He did. He's also not specifically out for Rui, is he? Or was
I
he?
don't know.
I
think he
can't
just finds
remember
anyone
who is and
attractive.
who is not. Yeah. Well, yeah. I can't keep track of who is and who does not want to bang hot sister.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone, I think. I don't know. That's not going on hiatus now, thankfully, Dr. Stone, so we'll be able to see next episode.
Got a little bit of time left on that. I mean, it's going to 24, so it's eating up. But then, yeah, that's good. Got on to some Finland Saga. If you still watching that,
I am, but I think I'm either an episode or 2 episodes behind on Vinland Saga. I'm not sure. The break in between fucked me up.
I thought they take a hiatus, but there was two episodes out now.
Oh, did they come out back to back? Yeah, I'm probably too behind then.
Yeah, so that was cool. I've just come to the conclusion that Thorkel, the big dude, is just a Dynasty Warriors character.
Pretty much.
Because he in these episodes, he gets just a big ass log and just goes through people like 10 at a time. It's not even funny.
Yeah, he's ridiculously OP, which is fun. Like I watched, I liked this guy who does a lot of medieval breakdowns and stuff. Called Shadiversity. So he does like what's the historical uses of how realistic are these castles in Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings and all that kind of stuff. And then he broke down. Everyone suggested he did Vinland Saga. It was like he's trying to pick out the realism for Vinland Saga. It's like it doesn't exist. There isn't much, but that's the point. It's anime. It's supposed to be this way. Yes, Tors can just decimate like 50 people.
Yeah,
and Thorkel can just pick up a log like a tree, basically that's been stripped, and take ships out with it because he just can. He's just twice the size of everyone. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's pretty ridiculous. But the one exciting development happened at the end of these 2 episodes is Canute finally took off his goddamn helmet.
He's a beautiful little boy.
He is a beautiful little boy. But I think it means he might finally become a character, because he sure as hell wasn't been before now. And
he should be. Canute, because given history, depending on how close it follows history.
Given history and his listing is as a main character.
Yeah,
so
he's going to do.
He's going to start doing things finally. But yeah, he hasn't done anything so far. But it sounds like he's finally going to have a line, maybe. God knows.
Yeah. No, I'm sure he'll be prominent. So.
I'm so curious what he's going to sound like.
I would imagine timid, effeminate. That's basically how they've made him look.
They sure makes him look like that. But if he's supposed to become like a great king someday,
yeah. Well, you could argue.
I gotta imagine that.
So.
I mean, yeah, he is, and I don't know anything about an historical king, Canute.
He was pretty hardcore. He was a good warrior and a good king by all accounts. So, I imagine he's going to do fighting. I imagine he's going to be around, like he's going to stick around for a while. I mean, you never know, because obviously it depends how much they follow it, like, how close to history they want to be. But we'll see.
Because I'm looking at some cursory research here, is that there was Canute the Great, which is spelled differently from the Canute in Vinland Saga.
Yeah. I believe
it just spelled C nut.
Yeah, that is
the rain lines up.
Yeah,
but then there's also a story of King Canute and the Tide.
Oh, not sure. I believe this one Canute is just their translation of Canute. Like I don't know how the fuck you say it properly. I say Canute because that's what they say in Finland. Nut or Sunut. Sunut is what we'll refer to him as. Give him his correct name, his kingly name, Sunut.
Okay, so I think it's same guy, just different spellings on the Wikipedia pages.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think he's really gonna turn a page here.
Yeah, no, I imagine he's going to
Yeah.
be a lot more prominent. The story.
Look, you don't earn the great unless you did some shit.
Unless you were like an Onara Garu, because we refer to that as the Great. Onara the Great, best anime in the world.
I think it's just you who calls it the great.
Crunch. This is toast. Listen to that crunch.
Oh, that's a good crunch.
That's a good crunch. That is. You've made me hungry. I've got.
Oh,
I was about to channel my 8-year-old. I've just realised I've got Pop Tarts in. I've got some Poppy Tarts. I'm going to have some of them. Post Pop Tart.
boy,
Post podcast Pop Tart. That's what I'm going to do.
that is pretty good. It was a rough weekend for me on snacks because I went to the grocery store, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of been coming for a while now, but now that we're at the end of September, all the like Halloween candies out, all of the fall, like
yeah.
everything's pumpkin spice. You can get like so many thick cakes, little cakes of candy shaped like pumpkins. And I really was staring at that box of blueberry cereal, which I like to get one a year at least. Because it's so good. It's blueberry, but it's cereal, and it's got
And
the
it's called
shitty
Boo
starch.
Berry.
It's called blueberry. It's like a Frankenstein monster. But like, I caved and got one spooky snack, which was the zombie. What I got? What the Takis, right? You know Takis?
Yeah.
We've talked about Takis.
Yeah.
So the Takis has a seasonal flavor called zombie, which is habanero and cucumber.
Okay.
And they're excellent. And you can only get them around October.
Fair enough. You gotta
They're
stock
so
up.
good.
It is getting to
Ah.
Halloween now. You can tell. Dude, I'm seeing the first tinges of Christmas is coming. You know, you're seeing the adverts. People are releasing shit. You know, it's just going. Oh, by the way, here's start of the Christmas collections and all that kind of shizzle. The mince pies have appeared in the supermarkets around here, so we're almost there, guys. Less than 100 days, and we've already got 2 Christmas episodes saved and done.
Halloween, more like suck my peen.
No, Halloween's good.
I don't mind Halloween too much. More recently, I've got into it. We need to do something for Halloween. What can we do? What's the spooky Halloween episode we can do?
I don't know. Last year I read some poetry, but that is not probably gonna go twice in a row.
We'll think of something. Maybe we'll watch a spooky movie and then we'll talk about it or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna write a 5-act play that we're gonna read on air.
If you write it, we will read it.
Okay, I'm gonna write it then.
Oh,
it's
God.
an agreement.
You actually
Shake my hand right now. Shake my hand.
There is a virtual
Shake
shaking of hands going on. There you go.
That's what handshaking sounds like.
That was an aggressive handshake. Can you imagine? Can you actually visualize that kind of handshake? It's a very good job. No, you did a good job.
It's just the sound of me shaking my own hand.
Oh, that sounded like
And
clap.
now I'm gonna shake my hand,
I'm going to shake
and
my
that's
hand.
what we call an internet handshake.
There you go.
Okay, hands are shaking.
The agreement is made,
Hands are
bound in
shaking.
blood.
Where the fuck is Robert Johnson when we need him?
He's currently away on a handshaking
Just
expo.
like the goddamn ice skating, we need him to hold up the signs with our score.
He can't hold them because he's got no arms. He lost his arms.
Oh,
in a tragic
fuck, with his
handshaking
teeth, I
accident.
meant. With his teeth.
That reminds me of that video. Have you guys seen that video of is it the Special Olympics somewhere? And it's a guy who's an archer, but he has no arms, so he does archery and he fires the bow with his foot, like he uses his feet. and he gets a medal, and it just cuts to the judge giving him the medal over his neck, and then he holds his hand out to shake his hand, not unaware, like you know when you're just on autopilot, and there's a horrible moment of realization where he's like, "Fuck, this guy has no arms, and I've just asked for a handshake. This is terrible." It's a great video.
What's the equivalent of a handshake for people without any arms?
A foot shake? A bow?
Yes,
I don't know.
maybe. I don't know. I've never had to come across a situation.
Armless people, please type. Actually, no, not type. That's bad. Please voice to text and tell us in the comments below how you do handshakes or how you would navigate a handshake.
Say, I only know one dude he only has one hand, but that's not really the same difference.
You just use the other hand.
I don't even know him that much. He just delivers stuff to our office. Seems nice.
He's a nice guy, just with one hand. Would you rather have one hand or two hands, but have like really fucked up fingers? So like, when you only have like, do you know when people have a hand but it's like not properly developed? So you got like two fingers.
I don't know. I feel like if you just had one hand, you still had one normal hand, you could just get a cool prosthetic.
Yeah, you get a hook or something. I don't know.
And any opportunity to become more machine than man, I'll going to take.
It's true. I mean, according to the Happy Hour lore, you are a cyborg, so.
Yes, according to the lore.
Coryn scan is
Don't
a cyborg.
question lore.
Also, we've added to the lore racist incel as well, so we'll see if that's
Not a racist incel. That's not in the lore. Don't look at that. That's not true.
That's not bad.
Made up. That is blatant anti-cyborg propaganda.
That is. Cyborgs are not automatically racist. That is a stereotype that they are working to eradicate. But that's all from me. I'm all tuckered out now. Now we've had where have we been? We've been on an adventure.
We've been a lot of places now. Yes, I don't even remember where this started. Probably with something.
Someone could say,
I don't know.
Manimal.
It's been a long week.
Thank you for coming back, Manimal. We've very much enjoyed having you here. Of course. I want to know, because you're, like I say, because you're here, I want to know what song we're going out on. Oh, no.
Was that?
I want to know, because you're here, you can get to choose what song we're going out on. I have the best of
We're
Cantler up right now.
We're gonna end this episode with the great, fantastic hit single.
The Great Dodge Caravan.
Great Dodge Caravan.
We'll go for Great Dodge Caravan. Oh, never mind. I've paused it again. Okay, any parting shots before we go?
I'm gonna take one to the lima bean.
Ow! Don't do that.
And if you're going to commit arson, just don't get caught. Don't leave evidence. They're going to tie it right back to you otherwise.
Fair enough. There you go. Bye, everybody. Bye, guys. Bye, 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 bye. Great Dodge Caravan by Cancer.
If you like it, go to cancelit.bandcamp.com. KNTTILA. Other songs. You can't dodge this man.
I kind of realised because this is like a video, I'm going to have to just keep this playing. I'm currently talking over it. I'm sorry, man. Maybe we'll just have it as a bed music. Oh, that's really good.
Why don't you just insert it at the end? I feel like it's going to take more work to try and get a clean playthrough.
Hey guys, if you want to
singing.
listen to all of it, go search this. We'll put a link in the description. Bye everyone.